Sahana vavatu, sahanau bhunaktu, sahaviryam karavavahai, tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Samasta jana kalyane niratam karunamayam namami chinmayam devam Satgurum Brahmavidvaram, Satgurum Brahmavidvaram. Om Shri Chinmaya Satgurave Namaha, 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 Om Shri Chinmaya Satgurave Namaha. 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 Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Satgurum Pranatosmyaham, Satgurum Pranatosmyaham. We were discussing the portion of sadhana chatushtaya, the qualifications which are necessary for a seeker of truth. Shankaracharya classified them as Viveka, Vairagya, Shamadhi Shat Sampatti and Mumukshutvam. Out of these qualities, Shat Sampatti is primarily responsible for quietening the mind. Main role of Shat Sampatti is to quieten the mind. To give direction to our quest is the responsibility of Vairagya Mumukshutvam. Viveka also. Shat Sampatti's role is just to make the mind quiet. Meaning what? Even in secular world, a sadhaka might have Shat Sampatti. Can quieten the mind easily. Sense organs are well controlled. Very forbearing. Has faith. Not necessary that he has Viveka, Vairagya, Mumukshutvam. Shat Sampatti is that which will help us put our mind in the goal. What is our goal will come through the other qualities. Shankaracharya also said, out of these four qualities, Vairagya and Mumukshutvam, they are the ones which make all other qualities meaningful. And how did we understand this? Viveka brings Vairagya, Vairagya brings Shat Sampatti, Shat Sampatti brings Mumukshutvam. If Mumukshutvam is there, it indicates that Shat Sampatti is there. Because Shat Sampatti was the cause for Mumukshutvam. And if Vairagya is there, that is the sign of Viveka being strong. True Vairagya shows true Viveka. What is the flip side of it? If Mumukshutvam is shaky, doesn't feel the need for liberation, means Shat Sampatti is also shaky. Mind is extrovert. If Vairagya is weak, Viveka is weak. That is why Shankaracharya pointed out 2 qualities out of 4 which make everything meaningful. Vairagya and Mumukshutvam. He didn't say it is weak. He said if Vairagya and Mumukshutvam are not there, all other qualities are like an illusion. Marau salilavattatra, shamader bhanamatrata. Just like you have mirage water appearing in desert sand, like that all other qualities are only an appearance. Meaning they can go away any moment. Now, having given this description, Shankaracharya makes a very unique statement, which you would generally not get to hear in other places. You see what he says, 31st verse. Mokshakarana samagryam bhaktireva gariyasi swaswarupānusandhānam bhaktirityavidhīyate. Mokshakarana samagyam bhaktireva gariyasi swaswarupānusandhānam bhaktirityavidhīyate. Moksha karana samagyam, amongst all the ingredients which are needed for liberation, bhakti is the most important one. See, he didn't even use the word bhakti in sadhana chatushtaya. Having given so much elaborate description, now he says the most important quality is bhakti. Now suddenly those who are devotional path, they say, see, I was telling you. Bhakti hi sabse shreshth hai. Second line he says, I have a very specific definition of bhakti. What is bhakti? Swarupa anusandhanam. Inquiring into one's own true nature. Swarupa means essential nature. That which never changes, that which doesn't come and go. Self-enquiry and self-abidance, bhakti iti abhidhiyate. That is what I call as bhakti. How should we understand this? Today morning, 8th chapter, we were seeing this. If we have to seek something wholeheartedly, what we need in our personality is ruchi. Ruchi means taste. Whatever thing we love, the most important prerequisite is I should want that thing. Not only want it, but I should want to become one with it. Longing for the beloved is the most important quality in bhakti. So Jnani's beloved is the truth. And he wants to abide in it. That is why Shankaracharya says we can also call it as bhakti. If there is no bhakti for the truth, we will always have this complaint. I know a lot of things about consciousness, but my mind never stays there. What is lacking at the root? Taste, ruchi. Ruchi brings priti, love. And pravrutti is the result of priti. Pravrutti means you actually go towards it. Ruchi, priti, pravrutti. If I only have pravrutti, no priti and ruchi, that means I will have a lot of information, but mind still going after some other things. Ramakrishna Paramhamsa's example is the eagle flying high, but its mind is on worms. He said that is a sadhaka if he is walking on this path without love for the truth. Whoever gets it, Shankaracharya says that is the most important thing to shift attention to the truth. Moksha karana samagryam bhakti eva gariyasi. What is bhakti? Sincere quest to inquire into the truth. Swaswarupa anusandhanam. Anusandhanam word again is according to scriptural teaching. Anu means after. Not random inquiry, but he is doing this inquiry in line with scriptural teaching. That is called as bhakti. The common factor between general devotion, what we understand, devotion to God, devotion to some form, and this devotion is ruchi, taste. Now, to understand this concept better, there is another foundation that we have to build. It's very helpful in our sadhana. There are different types of sadhanas through which we graduate. Different types of sadhana. One sadhana is at peripheral level. Second sadhana is little closer. Third is even closer. Fourth one takes us directly to the goal. For example, if you ask this question, if I am hungry, what will satiate my hunger? Not only food, eating the food. Food might be kept here, I might be looking at it. Hunger will not go. I should eat the food, food should become one with me. But is that it? Where does our journey start? First go to the grocery store. Then find your ideal food item. Local produced, organic. What is that thing they have these days? Farm fresh to you. Farm to table. All those things. That is step number one. You brought the vegetables home. Second step is get all the instruments, equipments ready. Pot and pan should be washed. Knife should be sharpened. You have the best instruments. Non-stick, ceramic, everything is there. No desire to cook. No, third step is needed. You have to actually cook. And that food should be in front of you. Food is somewhere, you are somewhere, won't work. All steps are important. We are going to connect it. Food should be in front. I should take the food and become one with it. Then my hunger is gone. 4 steps. Now note down these sadhanas. The peripheral sadhana is called as Parāmpara Sādhanā. Parāmpara Sādhanā. And under Parāmpara Sādhanā, the first category is ethical life. Dharmic life, living life of values. Not speaking untruth, not harming somebody. All those values are ethical life or dharmic life. Another name of dharmic life is Yama Niyama. Following the Yama Niyamas well. What is Yama Niyama? You have to look it up. Okay. Yoga Darshana words. That is the first category under Parāmpara Sādhanā. Second category is Karma Yoga. Selfless action, Nishkama Karma. Whatever duties Bhagavan has given him, he does without asking the question, what is in it for me? He does it without asking this question, what will I get? As simple as this. Nishkama Karma is second Parāmpara Sādhanā. First one was Dharmic life / Yama Niyama. Second one is Karma Yoga, also known as Nishkama Karma. Third Parāmpara Sādhanā is Upāsanā. Third Parāmpara Sādhanā is Upāsanā, where we try to beautify the mind by thinking about the Lord. Okay, This is called as Parāmpara Sādhanā. Sequentially, it will help me attain moksha. Parampara means that. Directly, it will not help. I have to make sure that in between steps are also done. In our food example, what was step number 1? Going to the grocery store. If I say going to the grocery store will satiate my hunger, how will you understand it? After coming back, instruments were ready, I cooked and I ate, then it satiated hunger. So here also, Parāmpara Sādhanā is peripheral sadhana. Majority of religion will fall under Parāmpara Sādhanā. Rituals that we are doing, morals which are given in any religion, they will fall under Parāmpara Sādhanā. Ethical life, selfless actions, loving God, Upāsanā. Second sadhana is called as Bahiraṅga Sādhanā. Bahiraṅga Sādhanā. It is little bit closer than, it is little bit inner than Parāmpara Sādhanā. Bahiraṅga Sādhanā means sadhana chatushtaya. Sadhana chatushtaya. Whatever we saw, Shama, Dama, Uparama, Shatsampatti, Viveka, Vairagya, Mumukshutvam, all of that is part of Bahiraṅga Sādhanā. But do you notice it is closer or more inner than Parāmpara Sādhanā? Ethical person need not have sadhana chatushtaya. What is demanded is ethical life plus sadhana chatushtaya. Religious person need not be mumukshu. But what is demanded is religious life plus mumukshutva. So Bahiraṅga Sādhanā becomes Shamadhi Shat Sampatti. Sadhana chatushtaya. All 4 of them. Shamadhi Shat Sampatti is just one of them. Correct? Whatever we saw, sadhana chatushtaya, 4-fold qualifications is Bahiraṅga Sādhanā. Closer than Bahiraṅga, more inner than Bahiraṅga is Antaraṅga Sādhanā. Antaraṅga Sādhanā is Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam. Listening to the nature of truth, resolving doubts through our own reflection, resolving erroneous notion through meditation. Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam is called Antaraṅga Sādhanā. First one is Parāmpara Sādhanā. What are the 3 under Parāmpara? Dharmic life, Yama Niyama. Karma Yoga / Nishkama Karma. Upāsanā. 3 put together is Parāmpara Sādhanā. Bahiraṅga Sādhanā, sadhana chatushtaya, 4-fold qualification. Antaraṅga Sādhanā, Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam. Having done Antaraṅga Sādhanā, the last one is called Sakshat Sadhana. Sakshat Sadhana is where the seeker actually is able to turn attention to the truth. Through the help of Mahavakya, with the help of teachings of Vedanta, he is actually able to shift attention to the truth and abide in it. If he is a Uttam Adhikari, then there is no difference between Antaraṅga Sadhana and Sakshat Sadhana. The moment he hears, he is able to pay attention and never slips from there. But if sadhana chatushtaya is lacking, mind is not fully prepared yet, then we need Antaraṅga Sadhana and Sakshat Sadhana. For a long time when he does Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam, his commitment to abide in the truth increases. Whatever is said in scriptures, he is able to say, this is my experience. What does scripture say? What is our true nature? if somebody asks us, who are you? According to scriptures, we are the substratum of creation. Not a creature in creation, but creation is in me. Even after Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam, not necessary a person abides in this. So Sakshat Sadhana is, he says, whatever is said in scripture is my conviction. That Sakshat Sadhana is called here as Bhakti. That is why we discuss this whole thing. Amongst Parāmpara Sādhanā, Bahiraṅga Sādhanā, Antaranga Sādhanā, that which will take us there is Sakshat Sadhana, intense love for the truth and shifting attention to the truth. That needs lot of strength, because world is also there trying to tell us, I am also real. Pay attention to me. Pay attention to this person. Pay attention to that person. Do you remember what he did? Do you remember what she did? Sakshat Sadhana is to quieten that voice and be able to pay attention to the truth. And it will only happen when there is deep-rooted love. Mere Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam will not take our mind and make it abide there. Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam, along with this intense desire, that is called as Bhakti. There is a beautiful definition of Bhakti in Hindi. मोक्ष वासना से रंजित विवेक का नाम भक्ति है. मोक्ष वासना से रंजित, रंजित means colored. That viveka, that discernment, which is drenched in devotion, which is drenched in mumukshutvam, that is called as devotion. What is mumukshutvam here? Intense desire to abide in the self. मोक्ष वासना से रंजित विवेक का नाम भक्ति है. This is not too heavy for you all, right? Can I add one more layer? Okay. Parāmpara Sādhanā does karma shuddhi. If somebody is living a life of Parāmpara Sādhanā, ethical life, Yama Niyamas, Karma Yoga, Nishkama Karma, Upāsanā, his transactions in the world will be purified. Bahiraṅga Sādhanā does Karana Shuddhi. If somebody cultivates sadhana chatushtaya, his antakarna will be purified. Instruments will be purified. Karana Shuddhi is like sharpening the knife, cleaning the pots. Parāmpara Sādhanā does Karma Shuddhi. Bahiraṅga Sādhanā does Karana Shuddhi. Antaranga Sādhanā does Padartha Shuddhi. What was Antaranga Sādhanā? Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam. What is the nature of truth? That will be revealed to me as it is. No ambiguities. I should not say, I feel the truth is like this. There is no feeling here. Padartha Shuddhi means the way it is, it will be told to me. And Sakshat Sadhana helps us abide in Shuddha Brahma. There is no Shuddhi needed because Brahman is ever pure. So once we appreciate these steps, we will be able to appreciate entire spiritual journey. Religious life, moral life is the foundation. I cannot go to the second without the first. If I say I want to cultivate sadhana chatushtaya, but I'm okay speaking untruth. I'm okay cheating somebody. He said, that will not work. Karma Yoga will make sure that I graduate to the next step. Yesterday we were saying in 13th chapter, Bhagavan uses a word, Tattva Jnanartha Darshanam. Means time and again keep looking at whether results of knowledge have come to you or not. Don't just say, I'm studying. Study is good. But in addition to that, every sadhaka, Bhagavan says, should think, am I seeing the result of knowledge? It is just like a person saying, I'm driving. For a 50-mile destination, 5 hours he is driving. What does it show? He was driving in the opposite direction. So merely driving for a long time is nothing great. Did you reach your destination? Same way we have to analyze for Karma Yoga. If somebody says, for a long time I've been doing Karma Yoga, then what should I pay attention to? Has my mind become quiet? Am I able to see God in each and every person? Based on that, what is the quality of my vyavahara? Then I can say, Karma Yoga has worked. Previously I had 3 enemies, now I have 30 enemies. Previously little bit mind would be disturbed, now whole day mind is disturbed. So there is something I have to rethink about the result. So Parāmpara Sādhanā will lead me to Bahiraṅga Sādhanā. Bahiraṅga Sādhanā done well, sadhana chatushtaya done well, Shravanam, Madanam, Nididhyasanam, quality will increase. SMN quality increased, abidance is better. They are tongue twisters, Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam. SMN. If that is healthy, turning attention to the truth should become more precise. Shankaracharya says that turning attention in the self, I call it as Bhakti. Moksha karana samagriyam bhakti reva gariyasi. Gariyasi means it is the heaviest. Even if somebody has reached lot of Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam, he says, have you turned the attention there? That is Sakshat Sadhana. Now he gives another definition of Bhakti. 32nd verse, just read the first line. Swatma tattvānusandhānam bhaktirityapare jaguhu. Swatma tattvānusandhānam bhaktirityapare jaguhu. Apare, other people, they call Bhakti as this. Second definition of Bhakti. What was the first definition? Swaswarupa anusandhanam. Inquiring into one's own essential nature and abiding there is Bhakti. Second definition of Bhakti is Swatma. Swatma refers to Jiva. Conditioned I. Small I. Swatma Tattva Anusandhanam. In that small I, meditating upon this small I as Brahman. He is not letting go of Jivatva. He says, I am this person, but he is creating a bhavana. What is bhavana? English word? Emotion. Or also known as mental attitude. That bhavana he is creating, I am Brahman. I am Brahman. That is called as Upāsanā. That is called as Upāsanā. And because the altar for that Upāsanā is I, Aham, that Upāsanā is called as Ahangrahopāsanā. Ahangrahopāsanā. What are the 4 steps in Upasana? We have seen it in several places. This is actually some Shankaracharya's definition. I have just given it in English. First one is, I should recognize the need of an altar to focus the mind. Step number 2, altar has to be from Shastra. Step number 3, meditate upon that altar as God. Step number 4, quieten all other thoughts. Simple 4 steps for Upasana. You hold on to this, the most complicated topic of Upasana will become clear. 4 steps. The best example, if you want to understand for Upasana, is a national flag. If you say, think about nation, now what comes to mind? Nation is so big. You need some altar to focus. If you are given the national flag, you say, this is the altar, look at the flag and think about the nation. You are actually looking at piece of cloth. But the bhavana inside is of patriotism, of surrender, what all things nation has done for you. So that is called as Upasana. You are looking at something, but meditating upon something else. And remember, flag I cannot choose how it should be. Country will tell. I cannot say, I don't like this tricolor, I want to flip the colors. Ashoka Chakra, something else I want. He says, no, that is how the flag is. You have to meditate upon that flag or think about that flag in this way. Tell me one thing, when you go to a temple, what do we see there? An idol of Bhagavan. What is that idol made up of? Marble, wood, different materials are there. When you have come out of the temple, if somebody asks you, what did you see inside? What do we say? We saw Bhagavan. Bhagavan's darshan I did. You never say, I saw a stone. That is Upasana. We saw something, but in that we meditated upon something higher. That is the beauty of Upasana. You need an altar. So, idol can be an altar. Om can be an altar. What is the altar in Ahangraha Upasana? I. That is why it is called as Aham Graha Upasana. So you are invoking Brahman, meditating upon oneness with Brahman in this I. Now tell me one thing. Why is this called Upasana? If he is also saying the statement, I am Brahman, why not call it as knowledge? Pay attention to what is his definition of I. What did we say was the definition of Swatma? Jiva, conditioned I. As this body, as this mind, as this ego, he is trying to create bhavana that I am one with Brahman. Because individual conditionings are there, and those conditionings are real. Therefore it becomes Upasana. If somebody does Drigdirsha Viveka and understands I am not this body, not this mind, not even this ego. I am that pure consciousness which is witness of body, mind and intellect and ego. Then you make the statement, I am Brahman. That becomes knowledge. I am Brahman said with conditioning, Upasana. I am Brahman minus conditionings is knowledge. Now I think we can appreciate what is definition of Bhakti number 1, definition of Bhakti number 2. Bhakti number 1 is knowledge, Swaswarupa Anusandhanam, meditating upon our own true nature. Bhakti number 2 is Upasana. Individual conditionings are difficult to drop, so be it. Bhagavan says keep those conditioning and try to meditate upon that as Brahma. How will this person get liberated? Second Upasaka, like we are saying in 8th chapter. He will go to higher worlds. There again he has to study Vedanta only. Ishtadevata gives Mahavakya Upadesha. Then he gets moksha from there. No coming back. See, once you are committed to Advaita Vedanta, all different facets of Advaita Vedanta should fall in place. Every school of thought will define what is bondage, what is liberation. In Advaita Vedanta, what do we say? What is cause of bondage? Absolute cause of bondage. Ignorance about our true nature. So how will liberation come? Only through knowledge of our own true nature. Without knowledge, no moksha. See, problem comes when we mix up all schools of thoughts. And we say, that path also will give moksha, this path also will give moksha. The main question is, what is your definition of bondage? Bondage is ignorance, liberation is through knowledge. If you tell Shankaracharya ji, you can get liberation without knowledge, again he will start from 5th verse. Previous verses, what did he say? Vadantu shastrani yajantu devan kurvantu karmani bhajantu devataha atmaikya bodhena vina vimuktihi nasiddhyati janma shatantarepi. He says, do whatever you want without knowledge of oneness between individual and total. Atma aikya bodhena vina vimuktihi. Without this, liberation is not possible, even if you take thousands and crores of lives. So bhakti word should be very clear. Either you take definition number 1, inquire into true nature, liberation then and there. If you take Upasana, from here going to higher worlds, there gaining knowledge, and Kaivalya Moksha. 2 paths are mentioned. In Kathopanishad, there is one mantra which talks about clarity of knowledge. This is in Manushya Loka, it is like mirror and the face. Yatha darshe tatha atmani, yatha swapne tatha pitruloke. In Pitruloka, clarity between Atma and Anatma is like dream. Hazy, little bit, confused. Yathapsu pariva dadrushe tatha gandharvaloke. In Gandharvaloka, they are always into music. So what is the difference between Atma and Anatma? Like reflection in water. Not very clear. Gandharvaloka. And Brahmaloka, Chaya tapayoriva Brahmaloke. Like the reflection, like shadow and sun. How you will never mix them up. You will never take sun to be the shadow. With that much clarity, Atma Anatma Viveka happens in Brahmaloka. But clarity should come. That is the main point. Second definition of bhakti was given here. Now, if somebody has all these qualifications, bhakti, what should happen? 32nd verse, read the last 2 lines. Upāsanā sampannaha tattvajijñāsurātmanaha upasīdet gurum prajñam yasmāt bandha vimokshanam. Upāsanā sampannaha tattvajijñāsurātmanaha upasīdet gurum prajñam yasmāt bandha vimokshanam. Ukta sadhana sampannaha, one who is endowed with all these qualifications which were spoken about. Tattvajijñāsurātmanaha, one who is desirous of self-knowledge. Upasīdet gurum prajñam, he should approach a teacher. Prajñam means one who has prajña, one who has knowledge. The more practical version of Upasidet Gurum Prajnam is he should develop a sincere commitment to the spiritual path, which includes systematic study of scriptures. Isn't it true with any field? If somebody is very talented in music, has all the qualities to become a good singer, what should be the natural progression of that sadhaka? He should learn systematically. Put those abilities and qualifications into proper use. Similarly, if somebody has spiritual qualities, it is not considered complete unless he starts studying systematically. Upasidet Gurum Prajnam Yasmat Bandha Vimokshanam. Having gone to a teacher, his bondage will end for good. He will not be lost on this path. See, what will happen to us is, if we systematically study, again and again we'll be reminded of what should be our priority. Whatever sadhana chatushtaya is lacking, all of that will be fulfilled through some magical grace. What is needed is commitment. See, otherwise, we should not feel, I will spend several years trying to be the perfect student and finally go and study Vedanta. It doesn't happen like that. Whatever qualifications we have, khoto kharo ravaro. Goswami Tulsidaji says, whatever I am, I might have limitations in me, but I belong to you. Bhagwan, I will start my bhajan from wherever I am. Like that, a sadhaka says, I might be imperfect, but I want this truth. Perfect student is like a perfect hero in a movie. Both don't exist. In reality, both don't exist. If you say perfect Viveka, perfect Vairagya, you can only take Nachiketa's example. Say, Bhagavan, whatever Vairagya I have, whatever Viveka I have, whatever Shat Sampati Mumukshutvam, may I invest it sincerely. Whatever we have, only that we can invest. And whenever this Guru word comes, right, we should appreciate what is referred to as commitment. They are not asking us for any following. And many people feel, always they say, go to a Guru, go to a Guru. Why is there a need for Guru? And the first example that comes to our mind is Bhagwan Raman Maharshi Ji. He didn't go to a Guru. Why should we go to a Guru? Why should we study systematically? See, we should note, whenever there are Mahatmas, majority or all of their journey has been completed in past life. Some pratibandha, it is called, obstacle was there, because of which this body had to be taken up. And their taking up of this body becomes a blessing for all of us. Abidance and truth, all of that we can learn. But we cannot take their journey as the norm. Even in today's, day-to-day life, you can never take exceptions as the norm. For example, if you know a billionaire, very successful, dropped out of college after second year, what advice you will give to our children? After 2 years, you can drop out. You will never say this. He said that was for somebody who was an exception. Everybody else follow the norms. Same thing with spiritual path. All sadhanas will have to follow. Parāmpara Sādhanā, Bahiraṅga Sādhanā, Antaranga Sādhanā, Sakshat Sādhanā, and studying systematically. Upasidet gurum prajnam. Means our knowledge should not have gaps. Some topics we know, some topics are unclear. Systematic study will bridge all those gaps. Okay. Next verse talks about qualities of a guru. Very interesting verse it is. When you read this verse, you realize it is best to be a good student. Shrotriyo vrujino kamahato yo brahmavittamah brahmanyuparatah shantah nirindhana iva nalah ahetukadaya sindhuh bandhuranamatam satam Shrotriyo vrujino kamahato yo brahmavittamah brahmanyuparatah shantah nirindhana iva nalah ahetukadaya sindhuh bandhuranamatam satam. Taponji Maharaj used to narrate one anecdote. There was one Shishya who asked his Guru, please tell me what are the duties of a Guru. His Guru said, Guru's duty is to teach. Guru's duty is to make sure that ignorance is removed from the disciple. Then what are the duties of a Shishya? He said he should wake up early in the morning, take a bath in Gangaji. Then whatever Guru's clothes are there, he has to go and wash Gangaji, come back, do his study, do this, do that, take care of the ashram, everything. That person says, Oh Guru, I will become a Guru. Out of these two options, Guru's life is better. It is not like that. To show this verse is there. But one thing to notice, we should never move with a scorecard. 8 qualities are there. This Guru, I think 5 out of 8. That one I will give 6. 2 he needs to work on. This is only because we can appreciate how to be a good student. First quality of a Guru is Shrotriyaha. Shrotriya means that Guru was also a student. He identifies with a lineage of teachers. Shrotriya means that he has learnt in tradition. And the beauty of this is, Shrotriya Guru will always have a tool and a vocabulary to communicate effectively. Because Shastra gives him that vocabulary. Minus this tool, it might be a mystic Guru, talking about some very profound thing. We might even appreciate it, but it will not help us much. I'll give an example just to understand. Don't start labeling. Shankaracharya ji, Shrotriya Guru. Kabir Das ji, mystic saint, and his followers. I was listening to an interview. This Mahatma ji is talking about Kabir Das ji's teaching. He said, वो सत्य सबसे परे है. इतना परे है कि वो परे से भी परे है. That truth is transcendental. It is so transcendental, it transcends the transcendental. Doesn't it sound musical? But what did you understand? Not much. Now look at Shankaracharya ji. He is explaining the word Parat Paraha. Same thing. 2 words he is using. That transcends the transcendental. Parat Paraha. But he says the first para refers to Maya. Compared to the effects of Maya, Maya transcends its effects. Compared to Maya, consciousness transcends Maya. Look at the BMI chart also. If you say V refers to Maya, this Maya transcends all its effects. And consciousness transcends Maya also. Therefore it is Parat Paraha. So Maya is transcendental compared to the effects. Truth transcends the transcendental. Consciousness transcends even Maya because it is a substratum of Maya. This is Shrotriya Guru. Right vocabulary to communicate ideas of Shastra. So no scope for misinterpretation. Otherwise, every topic you pick, you will have several ways of interpreting it. And we'll go into one's own opinions. So Shrotriya ensures is systematic in guiding us on the path. It's like a hike guide. He has been there on the path, precisely tells you, turn left, turn right, takes you to the goal. Mystic saint tells you the path, they have gone. They are all accomplished saints. But if we have to walk that path, we will struggle. Second one is avrajinaha. Vrajinaha means sin. Avrajinaha means sinless. So second quality of a guru is, he is sinless. Meaning what? He has worked on his mind to attain this quality. If only Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam is done, not necessary, this quality will come. Which sadhana will this quality fall under? Parāmpara Sādhanā. Yama Niyama is done, dharmic life is lived, then only avrajinaha. Karma yoga is done, nishkama karma is done. Otherwise, think about it. If Guru has to remove sinful tendencies from the student, he has to be sinless first. Otherwise, how will he remove the sinful tendencies from us? Meaning, if you want to clean a floor with a vacuum cleaner has to be clean first. Some vacuum cleaners you must have seen, they spit out more dust than what they clean. You see, that is not avrajinaha. Avrajana means one who is sinless. I will pause here. If you have any questions, you can ask for a few minutes. Remaining part we will see in the next session. Yes, can you take the mic and answer? You'll have to come there.
Sohamji, Hari Om.
Little closer.
Two questions. One is, thank you. One is related to Parāmpara Sādhanā, the Yama Niyama part. This is more of a question in terms of how to operate in this world. For example, let's say at workplace, I mean, these rules are broken quite frequently. So when one is in such an environment and we try to follow these rules, sometimes it can, I mean, how do I put it? It kind of backfires. How does one maintain this in today's world? That is the first question. And second is the second definition of sadhana. I'm not quite clear on it. Anusandhanam. I couldn't quite follow it.
Second definition of bhakti.
Bhakti. I couldn't quite follow it clearly.
Regarding the first point about following yama niyama, following dharmic life, karma yoga, upasana, one thing we should be clear is, what is our goal in life? if we want Bhagavan, everything else will be taken care by the Lord. And if, say, in short term, if I have to let go of some material benefits, so be it. Because anyway, that is not my goal, right? That clarity we need. And certain things we have to experiment and see. Bhagavan himself says, if you put your mind in me, your needs are my responsibility. Yoga kshemam vahamyaham, you cannot intellectualize it. That is something we have to experiment and see. So Bhagavan, doesn't matter who does what, these are my values, my sadhana, which I will hold on to. And see whether he takes care or not. And good news is we have nothing to lose. If let's say nothing happens, then we are where we are. But if let's say he really takes care, then the journey is very leaps and bounds. It can progress in leaps and bounds. Second definition of bhakti is swatma tattva anusandhanam. Swatma refers to jiva. In that he is invoking the bhavana of tattva. Tattva refers to Ishvara, Brahman. So along with conditioning, when he creates this bhavana, I am Brahman. That is called as ahangraho upasana. In the first one, he was not referring to I as jiva. He was able to dissociate from individual conditioning. I am pure consciousness. As consciousness, I am Brahman, which is infinite. So that is a matter of fact. Second one, he has to create bhavana. Okay. Opening that word swatma tattva is not easy. So swatma, this is from Chandrasekhar Bharatiji's commentary. Swatma he translated as jivasya. And tattva is Ishvara. So jiva meditating upon Brahman, totality, he says that is called as ahangraho upasana. Okay. Shall we conclude? Okay. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.